Imagine waking up every day with a deep sense of peace, despite the chaos of the world around you. What if joy wasn't something fleeting but a state of being that could be cultivated and sustained? In the Book of Joy, two of the most revered spiritual leaders of our time, the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu, come together to explore the true nature of joy. Over a week of heartfelt conversations, they dive into the essence of lasting happiness, sharing wisdom, personal stories, and scientific insights. But their journey is not about denying pain or suffering, rather, it's about embracing life's hardships and transforming them into a source of joy. This book is more than just a philosophical discussion, it's a guide to living a more meaningful and fulfilling life. The story unfolds as Archbishop Tutu visits the Dalai Lama's home in Dharamsala, India. The two friends, both in their 80s, are deeply aware of the struggles of the world, yet they radiate warmth and laughter. Their bond is evident in their playful teasing and genuine affection, a testament to the resilience of their spirits despite the immense suffering they have endured. The Dalai Lama, exiled from Tibet since 1959, has witnessed the oppression of his people and the destruction of his homeland. Archbishop Tutu, a key figure in South Africa's struggle against apartheid, has seen the worst of human cruelty. Yet neither man is bitter. Instead, they are joyful, proving that joy is not the absence of suffering but the ability to find light within the darkness. As their conversations unfold, they explore the foundations of joy. They discuss how true joy differs from temporary pleasure, emphasizing that material wealth and status bring fleeting happiness, whereas deep joy comes from within. They reflect on their own hardships, agreeing that suffering can either embitter a person or deepen their capacity for compassion. The ability to shift one's perspective, they argue, is crucial in cultivating joy. By reframing challenges, focusing on gratitude, and seeking connection with others, one can transform suffering into a source of growth rather than despair. Throughout the book, the Dalai Lama and Tutu emphasize the importance of mental and emotional resilience. They discuss how the human mind is often a source of unnecessary suffering, dwelling on past regrets or future anxieties. The Dalai Lama shares insights from Buddhist philosophy, explaining how attachment to desires and aversions leads to suffering. He suggests that by cultivating acceptance and focusing on the present moment, one can break free from this cycle. Tutu, drawing from Christian teachings, speaks about the power of forgiveness and grace, highlighting how letting go of resentment allows one to experience true freedom. Their perspectives, though rooted in different traditions, complement each other beautifully, reinforcing the idea that joy is a universal pursuit. They identify 8 pillars of joy, qualities that can help anyone cultivate lasting happiness. These include perspective, humility, humor, acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude, compassion, and generosity. Perspective allows one to see beyond immediate troubles and recognize the bigger picture. Humility reminds people that they are part of a greater whole, preventing ego from becoming a source of suffering. Humor, something both men embody effortlessly, keeps life light even in difficult times. Acceptance means embracing reality as it is rather than resisting it, reducing unnecessary distress. Forgiveness liberates the soul from the burdens of anger and resentment. Gratitude shifts focus from what is lacking to what is present, fostering contentment. Compassion deepens connections with others, making suffering more bearable. Generosity, the final pillar, reminds us that giving to others is one of the greatest sources of joy. The book is filled with anecdotes and moments of profound insight. The Dalai Lama recalls his early struggles with anger towards the Chinese government and how he learned to replace hatred with understanding. Tutu shares stories of reconciliation in post-apartheid South Africa, demonstrating the power of forgiveness even in the face of immense injustice. Their laughter punctuates these conversations, a reminder that joy does not mean taking life too seriously but rather approaching it with a sense of playfulness and curiosity. Science also plays a role in their discussions. Studies on happiness, they note, align with their spiritual teachings. Neuroscience shows that practicing gratitude, compassion, and meditation can rewire the brain for greater happiness. Psychologists have found that material success contributes very little to long-term joy, whereas relationships and a sense of purpose play a much bigger role. The book bridges spirituality with scientific research, reinforcing the idea that joy is not just an abstract concept but something tangible and attainable. Their discussions also touch on the reality of suffering in the modern world. They acknowledge the pain caused by war, poverty, and injustice, yet they stress that despair is not the answer. Hope and action, rooted in joy, are the ways forward. They encourage people to engage with the world rather than withdraw from it, emphasizing that service to others is one of the most powerful ways to cultivate joy. By focusing on kindness and collective well-being, individuals can create ripples of positivity that extend far beyond themselves. As their week together comes to an end, there is a deep sense of peace and fulfillment in their conversations. Their friendship, built on mutual respect and shared values, is a testament to the power of human connection. They remind readers that joy is not something that comes from external circumstances but from how one chooses to respond to life's challenges. Even in their old age, despite their frail bodies and the hardships they have faced, they remain beacons of hope and happiness. The Book of Joy is more than just a dialogue between two wise men. It is a roadmap for anyone seeking a deeper sense of fulfillment. It teaches that joy is not reserved for the privileged or the lucky but is available to all who cultivate it. By shifting perspective, practicing gratitude, and embracing compassion, anyone can find joy even in difficult times. Their message is especially relevant in today's world, where anxiety, loneliness, and stress are prevalent. They remind us that joy is not about avoiding pain but about learning to live with an open heart. It is about recognizing our shared humanity and understanding that true happiness comes from connection rather than isolation. As the book concludes, the reader is left with a profound sense of hope. The Dalai Lama and Archbishop Tutu do not offer empty platitudes but practical wisdom grounded in lived experience. Their stories and insights serve as an invitation to rethink what it means to be truly happy. They show that joy is not about what happens to us but how we choose to see and respond to life. Their laughter echoes long after the final pages, reminder that even in the face of suffering, joy is always within reach.